Good day, Kaba Bayan. Today, we're going to discuss a unique place in the United States called Slab City. In California, a place known for being lawless or having no rules, no rent, and almost everything is free. Here, there are no official regulations or government in charge, and residents build their own rules and living systems. What exactly caused Slab City to reach this state? How did a place without laws come to be? And what are the stories of the people who live here? Join us in discovering the stories of freedom, challenge, and survival in a place that seems like a small community away from our usual world full of regulations. Let's go and discuss it. The beginning of the Slab City story. Slab City is a community located in the Sonoran Desert in California, near the Salton Sea. It is known as a lawless city, a place with no government, no policies, and everyone is free to live according to their own rules. But how exactly did Slab City begin? During World War II, the United States government built a military base in the area, calling it Camp Dunlap. The base was closed in the 1950s and the pieces of concrete slabs used in the buildings were left behind. Over time, these abandoned slabs have become an attraction for people seeking freedom from restrictive governments and systems. This is where Slab City began, in a place with no services, no rent, and no governing governments. Freedom in Slab City. A big reason why Slab City has become so popular is because of the no rent, and no rules aspects. In Slab City, you don't have to pay anything to build a house. People can build their houses from recycled materials and they are not required to pay rent, taxes, or any kind of fees. Moreover, there are also no official governments, so no laws are enforced. Residents have the freedom to live their lives free from the police or government. There is no mayor, no city council meetings, and no local taxes. If there are issues, they are resolved at the community level, usually through informal dialogue and self-regulation. The no rules is a type of freedom that serves as a response to people looking for a life away from the restrictions of the modern system. Why are there no Slab City laws? Many people wonder how Slab City became lawless and why it is called an anarchic community. Lawlessness does not mean there is no morality or order. In fact, the people of Slab City have unspoken rules. They do not tolerate violent crime, and communities have their own methods of self-policing. As an informal community, Slab City is not part of any city or state, so it is not subject to local laws. Residents do not recognize formal authorities. There are no police to enforce the law or courts to investigate cases. Without government, people work together and have agreements that do not violate each other. However, it has weaknesses, such as the lack of health services, emergency responses, and legal protection systems. Challenges of living in Slab City. Although Slab City offers freedom, living there also comes with major challenges. Because it has no government services, residents do not have access to basic services such as water, electricity, or hospitals. If there is an emergency, residents rely on alternative solutions, such as solar power for electricity and rainwater harvesting for water. Although many people are happy with their independent living, there are psychological and physical effects of living in an area without formal services. For example, the high heat of the desert area and lack of cold water can be difficult for people, especially the elderly or those with health conditions. Moreover, there are instances of crime and violence in the community. Because there is no police force or judicial systems, disagreements often boil down to personal conflicts. Although many of the residents of Slab City care for each other, there are individuals who take advantage of the lack of external control. Slab City and the nomadic culture. Another important aspect of Slab City is the community of nomads, people who wander from one place to another in search of a lighter life. In Slab City, camper vans, RVs, and tent homes used by nomadic travelers can often be seen. Slab City is a kind of paradise for people who want to travel without being attached to the obligations of traditional life. Nomads bring their own equipment and technology to meet their needs, for example, solar panels for electricity and portable generators. In this way, they can provide their lives through self-sufficiency, and sometimes, with community efforts, to work together on resources. Slab City in the eyes of visitors. Slab City has become a tourist attraction for those looking for a unique experience. There are artistic installations and mural paintings found here, which reflects the culture of the community. One of the most popular destinations in Slab City is Salvation Mountain, an art installation created by a resident, Leonard Knight, as a symbol of religious worship and salvation. Because of its unique community, Slab City is visited by people who want to experience life away from the conventions of modern society. There are tourists, photographers, and adventurers who travel to see how people live in a place without traditional regulations. However, living in Slab City is not for everyone. It's not easy to live in a community without government services, so residents often have to be creative and resilient to succeed. Slab City now and in the future. Slab City is a unique example of a community formed under the alternative lifestyle, a place with no government, no rent, and no regulations. Although it is full of freedom, it has its own challenges, such as lack of service and safety problems. Slab City is a reminder of the human desire for freedom, but it also serves as a sociological experiment, which exposes the limitations of life without formal governments and controls. Despite the challenges, Slab City continues to be a vibrant and unique community that offers freedom and an alternative lifestyle to those who want to escape the norms of traditional society. In the future, there are questions as to whether Slab City will continue to grow or whether it will suffer. If the influx of people seeking alternative lifestyles continues, the need for better infrastructure and services may increase. However, the lack of official recognition and the limited resources hinder the growth of the community. It is also possible that there will be regulations from the local government that will change the nature of the area. If the lack of legal status continues, it may lose residents, or continue to be a place of people who want to live independently despite challenges and shortages. At the end of our discussion of Slab City, which is considered a lawless city, we will see a unique community where the principles of freedom and alternative living prevail. In this area, residents experience no rules, no rent, and free everything, a life away from the norms of traditional society. Although there are challenges and lack of basic services, Slab City is a witness to the human ability to live freely, and continues to inspire those who seek a new way of life without barriers and limitations. Despite the issues, it remains a symbol of the search for freedom and a life with simpler values, but full of possibility and fellowship with others. And if you like our video, just comment in the comment section what we talk about next, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also click the notification bell so that you always be updated in our newly uploaded video.